Yo, yo. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? How are we doing? How are we doing? What's going on, people? 7:45. Yeah, you're gonna be on in 12 minutes. Huh? I'm on, baby. Jake Paul saved boxing. I think we have Brian Norman Sr. jumping on, I believe. I think we have Brian Norman Sr. jumping on. That's what I believe. I believe we got the 80% knockout kid going on. Okay. Let's see. And his dad fought as well. His dad beat Greg Hackett, Curtis Hinton, Dimitri Dave, Timothy Hall, John Pascal. That was for the belt. Antonio Baker. All right. 18. All right. But we do have him jumping on. Maybe. We'll see. What up, Wave? Everyone's at Johnny's live? Okay. I'm about to. I think Brian Norman Sr. is jumping on. I believe. Junior said he'll come on at some point, but not tonight. I don't believe. Jersey Bob, what up? What up, JB? JB, the jungle's the jungle, the brothers, the brothers. The jungle, the brothers, the brothers. Norman Sr. and Bill went at it, verbally agreed to fight next, but they sounded like BS. I'm going to ask him about that. Okay. Why I don't believe that is, one, Brian Norman Sr. was a real fighter with, I believe he had amateur experience, but he definitely had pro experience. Bill Haney is not a real fighter. So I don't believe that. But I'll talk about it. Salute Market, answer your question. If Canelo beats Crawford with no controversy, he deserves 100% credit, in my opinion. Even though Canelo is Crawford smaller, no way you're the slurper. No, it was Alberto. He did it the other day, and he got caught. He did it the other day. He did it, and he still tried to lie, but it was him. He still tried to lie. What up, Wave? Oh, Il Nam. I like your channel, and you will have a lot of growth, and I applaud to be your Gnabu buddy. I don't think you're trolling. I think you're serious, so I appreciate it. I don't know what a Gnabu buddy is, though. That was the slurp? Nah, his shit was like when you're slurping the very bottom. That's what his was. I wasn't slurping the very bottom. Now, it was Alberto. We got caught. He did it again the other day, and everybody was muted except him. Mouthpiece, what up, blood? What's cracking? What's crack-a-lacking? I'm going to put the link here. Call in. And maybe I'll take call-ins. And if Brian comes in, then I'll kick you guys out temporarily while he's in. And then let you back in. What kind of questions you want to hear me ask Brian? Obviously about his son, who is at 47. What did he start at? 40. At 40. Ooh, he even had one random fight at lightweight. Huh. Why did that happen? And then it was pretty much 47 the whole ride. Yeah, I wonder what that is. What was that that third fight in at lightweight? That must have been difficult for him to make. Alberto Dunn started. Nah, it was him, because we were in the other day, and obviously it's not me. You see me. I think Wavy was talking, and two other guys were on camera. So it had to be Alberto. Like, I think everybody else was cammed up except him. And he still lied, which is like, I was like, just fucking admit it. Who cares? Yeah, even Crawford is smaller. He still deserves credit. Ask him why they ducked Boots twice. There's no way I'm asking that, because I don't believe that's true. Ask him if he would fight Boots at 54. I absolutely will. Off topic, shout out to the mayors who aren't. Okay. Canelo versus Bud, 60-40. I got it a little higher than 60. I got it like 60. Yo, Lo, I see you in there. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit, but you cannot dominate the conversation, my man. You know I love you, but sometimes you be wiling out. And I think Brian Norman's coming in, so we'll see. Senior, that is. Ask him how serious can a Haney be before mostly shit talk. Okay. Alberto was earning $5 the hard way. Oh man. Oh, this fucking that's a funny picture. Hold on, let me tell Shane. Shane actually hit me up tonight. Sorry, I haven't been on in a couple days, guys. Had some crazy drama going on. I told you guys about how my son has to go to court, right? Because he dropped a kid by mistake. The kid's crazy fucking mother called CPS on us, which is Child Protective Services. It's called something different where I'm at now in the state, Connecticut. But they came to like make sure he's not living in a crack house where I beat the fuck out of everybody. Isn't that fucked up? When did we get awoken? Some lady knocked. The lady was mad cool. Just do it. She closed the case immediately. She's like, "Oh no." We explained to her too. We're like, "Nah, this woman's upset because, and she closed it." So wild. What up, Yayan? What up, Lo? I'll keep you guys on, but if Brian comes in, Brian Norman, I will put you guys in the backstage temporarily. What up?
What up?
Lo. Tell the truth. Last time you was on the show, were you sauced? Little sauced?
I don't remember when that was, but I do remember. Listen, I remember though you had a lot of people on the panel, and everybody was yelling over each other. I wasn't one of the guys yelling though, but just
were
so
you
know,
sauced though? I think you were a little, and I'm not criticizing you. It's okay. I'm just curious. I felt like you were a little sauced.
What day was it, Marco? I'll tell you right now. What day was it?
I don't fucking know. Somebody in the chat probably remembers. 3 days ago, maybe some shit like that. 4 days ago. I don't know.
Yeah. If it was Friday night, then yeah, I was a little sauce.
Yeah, I could tell. That's cool though. Appreciate you, Erox. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I told you guys about that interaction, and I didn't even realize I was on Ness's show today, and Shaq did like almost all the questions he asked were ones I wrote for him because he asked me to write for him. That was the whole point. One of the whole points of me being there.
Low, it was definitely Friday.
It was Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday. I mean, I wasn't drunk. I don't get drunk, but I had a couple of drinks that night.
Yeah, you were a little saucy. It's all good. Yeah, so this crazy bitch called CPS on my fucking. I had CPS in here, so I was dealing with that. Crazy.
Yeah, Marco using the B word.
Nah, she is that's a bitch. That you do that to innocent fucking try to harass people. That's a bitch or bitch ass or however you want to do it. That's straight up a bitch. But whatever. What do you do?
Yo, what happened?
Huh?
What happened?
Remember I told you my son like hurt a kid by accident. The moms called Child Protective Services on us. We don't know that it's her for sure, but it's obviously her. Yeah, so they came to like come in like to make sure like my son doesn't live in a crack house. I don't beat his ass. All right, guys. Brian is up in here. I'm gonna bring him on. Mr. Norman, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Marco? How you doing?
I am I. How you doing?
Okay.
Oh, I guess not that good. He bounced on me. All right, let's try it again. I'm sure he'll jump back in. It looks like he was in a car, right? So he's probably lost reception. He looks like he jumped in a car and lost that reset. We'll try it again when he comes back in. In the meanwhile, check Instagram, DMs, Marco. What? No gay shit, right? All right, I hope not. All right, we're back.
My bad. I hit the wrong button, man. My bad.
It's all good.
Yeah, everything good, man.
You good?
Happy to be on the show. Yeah, man.
You, my man, are you are stirring things up lately.
I know it, man. I know it.
So they just told me, I didn't see this, that you and Bill Haney, you talk about fighting. I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
About fighting who? Each other?
Yeah, that's what somebody just told me. Is that true or that didn't happen?
Oh, where'd they get that from? That's a new one.
Okay. That's what somebody
no, ain't talking about fighting each other.
Because that wouldn't be competitive. You would.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. No, we're not talking about fighting each other. No.
Okay.
I don't know who said that, but hey, I done heard some stranger things though. People just make up. I'm so serious. People just make up stuff. Yeah, nah. We never talked about fighting each other at all. No.
Okay. So you guys came off this victory. So you were in Japan. First off, how was that whole experience just being in Japan?
Lovely. It was absolutely lovely, man. Great culture, great people. I cringe now, like I just said on somebody else's channel. I cringe now when people talk racist in the comments and saying not the sushi out because they just so respectful. Like they don't deserve it, bro. They real cool people. You know what I'm saying? So
They good people.
yeah, nah, they real good people. They're real good people. Seriously.
Okay. And then was the time acclimation, was that a problem? Getting used to the time difference?
Now here's the kicker. On the way there, everybody felt the exact same way too. So this is a good thing. On the way there, I slept. No, it's 13 hours ahead of where I am. I'm not sure where you are. It's 13 hours ahead of where I am.
I'm in New York.
Okay, so me and you on the same time zone. It's almost 12 o'clock at night, right? 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So where we came from is 13 hours from me and you. So when we got over there, I think I slept like 8 hours on the plane. And I woke up with 4 hours left on the flight. I got up. When I got up and landed, it was 2:26 the next day. So we started the next day at 2:26. So all I had to do was go through that day, and really I was good.
Okay.
Now for my son, he's able to do that. I had business I had to take care of, like over the phones and stuff, wasn't where I was at. So I stay up all night anyway, even here. So,
right.
But for my son, it worked out absolutely. He was on point like the first day. Second day, he was on point.
Okay.
He never had an issue. On the way back, that's where the issue started. On the one we got back, oh man, we've been dead. Like today is probably my first day having a regular day.
Yeah, it takes a while to get back used to it, right?
Man, when we came back, yeah, it's been bad. Today is Tuesday. Today is probably my regular first day. So yeah, it's been bad.
Shit. That boy you guys fought had pop. What was it? 19 wins, 17 KOs, something like that, right?
Yeah, 19 wins, 17 KOs. You know what I'm saying? I had a high percentage of KO rate. I think it was 89 or 70. It was high.
Super high, yeah.
Yeah, it was high. He had a high KO ratio or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Japan's #1 fighter or whatever. They had him ranked higher than us in box rec, which means nothing.
No.
They had him ranked #6 in the Ring magazine rankings. They had him ranked #2 in the WBO. So, I guess that proved that he was a formidable opponent. So we went out there and dispatched him, to show him that he wasn't really on our level. But we appreciate his determination. Had all the heart in the world. He just didn't have all the skill in the world.
Right. Well, I mean, he looked like he was punching. Like I know that he didn't get too many shots off on your son.
Right.
But the couple that did your son say he has some power?
About the power?
Did he say that this guy has some power, your son? Did he feel it? I know it didn't hurt him, but did he say that the guy could punch?
The first round, we had a few words about a few things. So yeah, I'm gonna say, he was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so that was one of the most just filthiest knockouts I've ever seen. That was disgusting.
It was, man. I told my son and I told his manager agent when we was with him yesterday. I said, I ain't gonna lie to you, like looking at him, watching him in the ring now with the not Quavan so much. That was my boy. But him with Santion and him with Sasaki, I don't know that guy. that guy was a killer. You understand me? Like me looking at his face, watching his demeanor, watching how he acted, watching even when you see him see the shot and just like put everything in it and just, take him up out of there. Like that was vicious. That was a vicious person. And my son ain't a vicious person. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I guess in the sport of boxing, that's the way you got to be. So I like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, shit. So I heard, I don't know if you heard this too, that after the knockout, the kid forgot the last 2 months of his life.
I think they had a lot to do with, unfortunately, his head hit the canvas a few times. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the back of his head. So that's very, very dangerous. I didn't even realize that in the fight when it was going on. I didn't realize that his head bounced off the canvas until we was in the van on the limo on the way back, and somebody showed us it's going viral, and they showed us the thing. And I was like, ooh, when I was there looking at it, I didn't see that same. I didn't see the same thing. I didn't realize his head, but I didn't realize his head bounce off the canvas.
Can I tell you what made that shit so almost horror movie gangsterish to me, right? Your son gave me some Sonny Liston, Mike Tyson, Marvin Hagler vibes, where after he knocks him out, he fucking just calmly bows, gets to his knee, and I think that was a respect to the fallen, right?
Absolutely.
Bows and just gets up and walks off. It was chilling.
I guess how they say, like, for example, when you get rich, like when you first get rich, you're gonna act the fool, but then after a while you get used to it, and there's nothing to you. So maybe it's like acting like you've been there before. So maybe it's maybe it's the many knockouts that he had before. Maybe it was the destruction of Santian, because you see how he had it after the Santian, because he destroyed Santian. So you saw the difference between that celebration and this celebration. Not to mention, though, even when the Santian celebration, he had a reason to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? Because they was really being racist over there.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about him, every shot he throws, and this is what, I used to fight too. I would teach people, every shot you throw, I feel like should have everything on it. And that's how you build endurance. This pity pat, everything this kid throws it's a mix. And there's the highest compliment coming from me. I'm a huge Roy Jones fan. It reminds me of Roy Jones with the quick twitch, but of Foreman. Like, right. It's like, so he comes in with the speed of Roy and the snap, but then the punch goes and he goes through like Foreman.
Well, first of all, people won't get mad at you about mentioning those two greats for my son, because some people just don't like him like that. Second of all, I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah.
Third of all, I've taught him how to punch since he was younger. Like, it's the technique of the punch more than anything. He doesn't, I know it seems like he does, but he doesn't put everything in every punch. It's the technique that makes it seem that way. I promise you he don't. I, for one, saying my humble opinion, disagree with you. I don't think that every punch should have everything on it, because when it does, in my experience, this I know for a fact, in my experience, what you do is the opponent builds up resistance. Most knockouts come early in the fight. Round 1, round 2, because you're not, sometimes you're not warmed up. Sometimes you're not used to the blows that's coming. So it's like a shock. It's like a boom, boom. You know what I mean? And it's a shock. But when you get in there with a fight that hits on you hard and hard and hard, and every time it's hard and hard, your body builds up resistance. Your adrenaline cranks up and everything, and then that's when you come to the theory of the punch you don't see. So what you do sometimes is you got to touch him, boom. It's the one that he don't see coming. So he was ready for this. Then all of a sudden he wasn't ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I humbly disagree with you on the everything should have something on it, but that's just my humble opinion.
Maybe when he sees it, because they teach you at the very end is where you when you feel it. That's maybe all the ones that landed.
Yes. That's torque. You put the torque on it, really. You saw him. You see how he whipped it? Yeah, you put the torque on it. Yes, sir.
Second.
You're absolutely right about that. You got to put that torque on there.
So he reminds me, I came up, I'm good friends with Jeremy Williams. Remember him? Heavyweight?
Not really.
He, a light-skinned kid, he got knocked out by Sam Peter. It was a viral one.
Oh, yeah. I do know Sam Peter. Okay.
Well, anyway, that punch reminded me of how, unfortunately, my boy Jeremy, how Sam caught Jeremy. It was kind of a similar, like, Jeremy was going out, and it's like, because he timed it. Your son timed it really well. Caught this dude. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful shot. And he was piecing him up like a Kit Kat up to that point as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was nice. So the big talk now, from what I'm understanding, and you tell me if I'm wrong, is they want Haney next. You want Haney next, I should say, or is that?
I mean, I'm not in privy to say so much or whatever else, but I would like that fight. I would like that fight next.
Or okay, so you can't. Are there talks going on though with somebody right now?
I mean, that's I think public news, I believe. So I'm not sure what I can or can't say, but I'm pretty sure that's public news.
That there are talks going on.
Bill Haney said that yesterday. So if there are not, I don't know. But Bill Haney was on the Boxing Boys, and he said that yesterday.
Okay. So that means, all right, I get it. We get it. Wink, 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 wink. Who do you think? All right, if you had your choice to fight, and now you got guys like T.O. because Devin, Ryan, these guys that weren't at 47 but kind of are now. Who would you pick if you could pick anybody? And it's up to you, and you could just wave a magic wand. That's who you got. Who would you fight?
Out of the ones coming up?
Yeah, all the 47 guys now that are in 47.
If Ryan didn't lose, it'd be Ryan. If Ryan didn't lose, it's Ryan hands down.
With this money,
yeah, Ryan hands down. Outside of that, I'm gonna say Rolly. I'm gonna say Rolly. I mean, I like Rolly. I like Rolly as a fighter. I think Rolly is I was just talking about this earlier today. The casual boxing fans and the casual boxing fans are the mass majority of the money that's in boxing. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds crazy, but us hardcores are gonna watch what we watch no matter what. But when those real numbers come in, those are the casual fans that's bringing those real numbers in. You know what I'm saying? Us hardcore fans, like if you get a certain fight where don't nobody want to see, us hardcore still gonna watch it just because we want to know the outcome. You know what I mean?
And Rolly has a belt.
Say what now? Yeah, belt, right? Yeah. No. I think that's gonna be an exciting fight. I think it's an exciting fight, and so I think that's for the casual fans, the hardcore fans. Rolly is a name. Beating Rolly means some. Rolly just coming out his big win he just dropped Ryan Garcia with a left hook, and Ryan Garcia arguably had one of the best left hooks in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Outside of my son now, but he did just have arguably one of the best left hooks in boxing. So I think that would be a great fight.
All right. So of these, I mean, who are we looking at here? So okay, of all these guys, Rolly, Devin, Ryan, who do you think is first? Would be the easiest for your son, and then who do you think would be the most challenging? Not, of course, who's going to beat him, but who would just be more challenging?
No, I'm with you. You say who do I think is first?
Oh, who would be the easiest of all of the elite?
Just easy. So we're not talking about the actual fights. We're talking about who would be the easiest to beat.
No, yes, the easiest to beat, and then who would be the most challenging to beat?
That's out of anybody or the ones coming up?
The ones that are just the names at 47.
The names that just came up.
Yeah, or the ones that
give it a name. Can you give it a name? We're talking about.
Okay. Ryan, Rolly, Devin.
Right now it's two people. I can tell you, Ryan. I'm gonna say Ryan will be the easiest right now because
I got one more. And Connor Ben, because
right now, I think Ryan will be the easiest beat. It's simply not because of skills or nothing else, just simply because he's damaged goods. Simply because, and I'm not being funny. I don't talk shit on fighters. I'm just an honest person. I'm a realist, and I call it like I see it. Mentally, we know he's a little fragile, and that's not in a negative way. A lot of us have our problems at our certain times. So he's known to have emotional or even drug addictions or whatever he had before. So he already known to have that. You got to think that's a lot of pressure he under. And then he just lost on that big stage to Rolly. You saw what happened after he got dropped by Rolly. You see how he started acting. He was paranoid, and then so he showed he was a real person. Like some people are built for this, and some people are not. Well, let me I'm not saying Ryan not built for it, but he's very fragile mentally. I believe that's my personal belief. But again, there's not no negative slight to him. Just being real. So I think
you don't agree with the fact that because his whole thing was like he looked that way because his hand was injured. You don't agree?
No. He lying. I don't believe that at all. He lying.
Okay.
No. Okay. I watched him. No, absolutely not. You got me a fighter of his caliber, a fighter that's been doing this all his life. You can go back and watch my son's old fight. My son only had 2 hands for 5 fights now. Well, no, 5 fights now. My son's hand was first fixed when he fought Quentin Randall, which was a terrible fight because he tried to smother himself. He tried to overdo it and over anxious, and Quentin Randall makes for an ugly fight anyway. And then his hands was okay with Boca Chica, which was an ugly fight, but God graced us, so it gave us the fight with Santillon. He hurt his left hand with Santillon. Before Quentin Randall, he didn't have a left hand. He didn't have a left hand then. He only had a right hand. Then he hurt his left hand with Santillon. So now he couldn't fight at all. So he came back and got it. So I mean, so with that being said, I'm saying he fought all of these fights with no hands, with one hand.
So no excuses.
There's no excuses.
Okay,
No,
so
a fight of his caliber knows how to make adjustments. You seen Tate do it.
Well, he didn't. Yeah, and it was his right hand that was hurt, and he wasn't throwing his left. So I'm kind of with you.
Yeah, right. Especially if you're a hooker. Like, come on, man. So no, I think that the easiest fight to be right now, just right now. I'm not saying for skills or nothing else.
Okay,
Just the whole thing. I think Ryan would be the easiest fight.
And now let me throw in, because we mentioned the 4. Teofimo was also one of them.
Tio.
Right.
I think Ryan would be easiest. I think
the most challenging. Who would be from those 5?
Thinking about it is, I'm gonna say the most challenging. Not to win the fight, because I think he'll be one of the easiest to win the fight, but he'll be the most challenging to look well against, and that will be Devin. And that's right now also too, because the way he looked against Jose Ramirez, he ran too much. Yeah. So I think he will be one of the easiest to beat, because I don't think he's gonna throw a lot of punches just like he did with Jose Ramirez. So I don't think he'll be hard to beat. I just think he'll be hard to look good against.
Okay.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. When somebody wants to stay away, well,
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying with Ryan doesn't have that moving type style. Ryan's gonna be there to be hit. My son is about the same size as Ryan, so my son will be able to get to Ryan. Rolly is a little shorter than Ryan. He got a reach advantage. Ryan got a reach advantage over Rolly, so he couldn't stand toe to toe really and land the shots that he needed to land like he wanted to at will. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even though Rolly had lack of punches also. Right. So I would say the easiest would be Ryan right now. I would say another easy win would be Devin, but he would make it hard to look good because of how PTSD he got right now. Now on to the real ones, because those two are damaged goods mentally. Mm-hmm. Now on to the real fighters that are not damaged goods right now. I think Tio will be the next easiest. And who was the last one?
Conor Ben.
No. I'm gonna take that back. Rolly. I think Rolly will be easier than Tio. I think Rolly will be easier than Tio, because Rolly's gonna be there to fight. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be there to be hit. Tio got some athleticism, but I do notice when he uses his athleticism, people don't notice this. He's straight in and straight out. He's not coming in at a lot of different angles like people think he's coming in at. He's not. I literally watch what he do. He's doing that shit on the outside. He's not coming in at a certain angle like a Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing that. He's not coming in at those angles like y'all think he's coming in there. He's just outside doing some athletic shit that he really comes straight in. You just have to pay attention. You feel what I'm saying? Like
don't give it away, coach. Don't give away too much.
You're right. You're right. You're right. But anyway, so okay. I think Tio will be the next easiest. And who was the last
one? Conor Ben. Let me tell you something. I would love to see Conor and yourself fight.
I would love to see Conor Ben too. He might be, if he was tough, it would just be because he's literally tough. So if he's tough, it's because he's tough. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meaning like he got a lot of grit to him. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And we seen that in the Eubank fight he just fought. Mm-hmm. And with 168 pound pretty much Eubank. So if he's tough, it's because it's tough. His skill set won't make it hard. It's just his toughness might make it hard.
Okay. Yeah, he to me, and I don't know why he doesn't come up, because maybe I'm wrong. You know a little bit better. Wouldn't going over to England and because he's so big there, wouldn't that be a big payday and a big fight?
First of all, let me say something to HLD.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't tell me I think my son is super skillful when I know my son is super skillful. You wasn't with my son in the amateurs. You're not with my son every day. You don't see what he do. You seen my son in the ring 28 times, or however many times you seen him in the ring, and you've never seen him defeated. We've seen Teofimo in the ring several times, and we've seen him look like shit several times. My son look like shit twice. That's it. Twice. You feel what I'm saying? And guess what? He won those fights. So Tio did not. Tio got dropped twice in one fight against a guy that lost age terribly. Because he just got beat up by Richardson bad. He got stopped by Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about, HLD? But anyway, back to what you were saying, Marco. I had to get HLD straight. You know how he be, man. He be running his damn mouth.
He goes, I knew you would react. Nah, I was saying about Conor
Oh,
Benn.
my bad. I'm sorry. One more. I just saw something else. Hold up.
Go ahead. Be my
Hold
guest.
Norman, let me see. T.O. Smokes Norman. Robert Tiago, whatever your name is. I respect your opinion, but I'm sorry, T.O. don't even believe that because T.O. ducked us. You didn't hear? You didn't know? You didn't know T.O. was offered that T.O. was literally offered a fight to us? He was the WBO junior welterweight champion, and he was offered a fight in September 27th, 2024, and he didn't take the fight. So I'm sorry to tell you, but T.O. don't feel that way. But go ahead.
Somebody's saying that Africa, aka Hitchens, said he'll move up and fight your son. I haven't heard that. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I heard he said it too. I didn't hear him say it either, but I love that fight. I love it. I love that fight just because he said it. I heard he said T.O. I mean that Devin would beat my son. I would love to fight Africa.
So
I would love to.
So your son is what, 24?
24 years old.
24. Okay. So and he is jacked, like he's a solid dude. So how much longer are we looking at 47? Because
I'm glad you noticed that. People don't know. Let me tell you. I'm gonna give y'all some fighters to look at and give you fighters to think about. Pitbull, Bivol, not Bivol. What's the one Bivol just fought? Better BF. Brian Norman. Let me think of somebody else. Look at the density of those guys. They got dense, but they're dense. You can literally look at them and see it.
Yeah.
They're dense.
Yeah.
It's not just size, it's density.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going to knock on a wall and you can knock on one brick wall and you hear a little bit of do, do, do. And you hear something, you don't hear shit. The knocking is coming from the outside, just from your knuckles touching the concrete. If you know what density is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those guys are dense. So I mean, it's always hilarious for me to listen to and watch these so-called boxing fans and so-called boxing pugilists telling me how they've been watching the fight since the 80s and the 90s and the this and the that. And I'm like, bro, but you ain't never even fought. You ain't never been in that. You don't even know what you're talking about. Some fighters are different because of the density of their bone. That's why they hit so hard, because when they hit you, it's like a thudding shot.
Yep, absolutely.
It's like a thudding shot. You know what I mean? That's why some fighters are more heavy-handed than other fighters. Simple as that.
Yep.
But what else were you asking me about? I'm sorry.
It's okay. We were talking about Hitchens. So you said you love that fight.
I love that fight.
You know, so he's a WBO champion, which is huge, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you feel like he's in the driver's seat since he holds one of the straps? Or do you still feel like some of these other champions get a little more can call the shots a little more because, they're a little more experienced?
Well, I mean, right now, the only other champion that would have even been above him that anybody really put above him was Jerron Anderson. He gone to 154. So if he dropping those belts, Rolly don't hold no leverage over my son. No. Barrios definitely don't. So those are the only two champions left.
Well, speaking of, Barrios is fighting you-know-who.
Right.
How dope would that be? Or maybe not. I don't know your perspective of if you-know-who, a.k.a. Pac-Man, beats Barrios, your son and Pacquiao to unify. How dope would that be?
I've been thinking about that. And I'm double-sided on that. We all love Manny Pacquiao. Everybody, I don't know if people remember why Larry Holmes was so hated. Larry Holmes was hated for beating up Muhammad Ali.
Fucked him up.
That's why Larry Holmes didn't get the
Well, he also got hated, if you remember. That was after when he lost to Spinks and he shit on Rocky Marciano. People were like, remember that? He goes, Marciano couldn't hold my jockstrap.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you shitted on legends, but still the one that held held true was Muhammad Ali. You did that to our hero. Like Ali transcended outside of the sport of boxing. Mm-hmm. All right. With Manny Pacquiao, to certain people in the Philippines, with him being a politician or whatever he may have going on, over there at least he transcends outside the sport of boxing. All right. I don't know how I feel about that. I love the fight. I love the fight, as a fight fan. I love the fight as a fighter, as a coach. I love the fan as everything else outside of that killer and my son that I tell you I don't know in the ring with Santion and against Jensen Saki the other day because I'm looking at his face and that was my baby boy. You get what I'm
So
saying?
you've never seen him step into that realm in
Killer.
sparring?
No.
No?
Killer. No.
Fuck. Okay.
He's good technically. We practice technical, so that's why I'm telling you about the punches I'm telling you he throwing. It's technical. He has a technical way he throws to get power. He has a technical way to generate power. Nah, that was vicious. With Santion, that was vicious. He was vicious.
You guys,
that was scary type stuff. What he did, like, bro, he looked at the man's head, looked at his face, saw his head, saw his face, and said, "Oh, you get." That was very ill intent. You know what I'm saying? And thinking about it, I'm not quite sure if I would have been able to do that when I was a fight. I don't know if I would have been able to, take that shot. I'm not sure if I'd have put all of that in that shot.
he hit him with the.
He hit him with a kill shot. He hit him with a kill shot.
You guys are kind of like the dynamic duo. Let me like Batman and Robin because
Right.
I said this before and I really like this because you don't see much of this now. Now you see people talk a lot. They don't let their actions and their quiet killer. Like how a pit bull is right before they're about to attack. How there's that quiet, vicious silence.
Nothing to say. It just some of you, like you said, you walk up to them, they ain't growling, they ain't doing nothing.
They're just looking at you.
Some of them, they just looking at you and waiting for you to get close.
Your son has that, but then he has you.
Yeah.
You'll do the talking. You'll hype the fight. It's a really good combination. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I kind of figured out what it is. I think I'm kind of the part of the problem. I think I am. Some people gonna say, yeah, you are. I am part of the problem, but I'm also part of what made. I ain't no part of him. A lot of what made him who he is in a negative way and in a good way.
Well, let's break that down.
All right. So
how so in a negative way?
I put a lot of pressure on him. I always have. He tell me all the time. I do a lot of talking. I do a lot of this. He's always been. I used to. People don't even before he was boxing. You know the red nose pit is?
Oh yeah.
So I got other kids, right? He was my baby boy. I had 4. I got 5 kids now, but I had 4 first set of kids. Their ages are 6 years apart. I had like a 6-year-old. So let's just say 6 from B all the way up, right?
Okay.
So B was the baby. So I used to take my 4, and my last child, B is 13 years older than my last child, so she wasn't even in this bunch. So my first 4, and B was the baby, I used to always say, don't make me go get my killer pit, my red nose. Don't make me get my killer red nose pit, right? B was the red nose. And I used to sick it like, whether it be, wrestling or what, he just had a lot of pressure on him from me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think nothing about it. The reason I noticed is because he told me later on. I didn't think nothing about it. Hey, it was what it was. I am who I am. I'm a feisty talking person. I fight, I box. I used to fight on the street, all kind of stuff, right? And I had respect or whatever else. So he tells me now, he felt pressured from me to live up to my expectations.
Okay.
He tells me now. He feels pressure from me to live up to my expectations. Tell y'all the secret. I've said it before. I'm on YouTube talking, and I don't really be on I don't do so many videos of doing. I don't really say the same things on any video sometimes because I don't want B to hear it. He tell me about him. So some of the stuff I talk on here, you'll never really hear me say it nowhere else in front of him. You feel what I'm saying?
What kind of stuff? You don't have to get into specifics. But I'll
tell you specifically, especially with the Jerron Ennis talk. He hated when I talk about that. He hated it because he don't like it. He don't like that. He want to fight. He wanted to fight. He says all he does is like to fight. He don't like all the other drama outside of it. He don't like the he say, she say. He don't like all, you know what I'm saying? He don't like all of that. You feel me? He just want to fight.
Does he understand that that's going to help build his career?
We talk about all that. He understand all of that. Yes, he do. But again,
Okay.
I'm just telling you the dynamics of why I do what I do, say what I say, and I move how I move. When I get on YouTube, I'm free to move because he hate YouTube. He don't do none of this. He ain't on none of this. He ain't in nobody chat. He ain't in nobody comments. He don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's smart.
You very rarely see me go, like if I go on Instagram, when I be on Instagram live with like a Meal City or something, it's where he can't see it. He don't even see me. So that's why I move certain ways. You feel what I'm saying? And he told me. But again, that's what I'm telling you about the good and the bad, because the pressure I put on him created that diamond that you see in the ring, and it created that killer instinct. It created that vicious person that we looking at. And also with the hate from the fans, it's like I can't really cuss so much, like a F it. Like,
Curse
F
all
yeah.
you want. You can curse all you want.
I don't want to cuss no more. I'm
Okay.
trying to stop.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop. I was told I cuss too much. So anyway, he like, F it. You know what I'm saying? F all of y'all. Y'all don't care about me anyway. So it's like he fights with a chip on his shoulder. So like I say, I'm the good and I'm the bad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we talked yesterday and I told him, I understand what you're saying, but let's look at the bright side. If it wasn't for me doing what I do, if it wasn't for that, that concoction, you wouldn't be who you are today.
And the thing is, like you said, pressure makes diamonds. He could have been the kind of child or person who folds from the pressure. No, you're too much pressure. Instead, you make him perform
Absolutely.
to his highest potential.
Absolutely. And he know that. He'll still tell you we fall out sometimes or whatever else. Man, I got stories. That people don't know. He gonna always come back to his pop.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He gonna always come back and relate to what the person. I raised him by myself.
Oh,
There wasn't no mama around like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mom's not in his life.
No, I mean she live in Alaska.
How'd you meet a girl from Alaska?
No, I didn't. I did. We broke up in 2005. B was 4 years old. We broke up in 2005. I had Brian since he was 4 years. I had all four of my kids since B was 4 years old. At the time when they left, they was 10 to 4. No, my son had just turned 11. No, 11. So my son was 11 and B was 4 years old when me and they got the same mama. They broke up. She moved away to a guy and got with a guy that's in the military, traveled to Texas, California, went wherever she was going, and the kids stayed with me.
That's great, man. You very rarely hear about a single father raising all the kids.
Yeah, it's all good. So anyway, with that being said, you know what I mean, he know it's not a secret. He remember the talks. I had to get the female out of him. He used to go somewhere, he'd be crying and stuff, and I come back. No, we don't do that around here. My grandkids now, we got a saying, we say, hold on, you a big dog, what you crying for? Yeah, shut up, because I'm talking, this how I brainwash them. You a big dog, what you crying? Big dogs don't cry. Yeah, hush. What big dogs do? Roo, give it to me. Roo. I give them toxic masculinity to the fullest, that somebody say. But hey, I raised 2 young men that don't wear skinny jeans. They don't wear purses. They don't wear I'm so serious. They don't wear fluorescent colors. They have no, ain't none of that in them. Ain't none of that around them. You know what I'm saying? And I want the same thing out of my grandsons or whatever, because I got 3 grandsons the same way, and I'm raising them the exact same way. You know what I mean? That just is what it is.
Let me jump to the super chat here. This is for you. How realistic is the Devin fight to be next? You kind of mentioned you can't talk about it, but
So when you say how realistic, well, we got a scale of 1 to 10, or if it's a 10, I'm gonna say it's a 15.
Oh shit!
I mean, why wouldn't it be 8? Why wouldn't it be? Like my son he's you know what I mean? For the people, I hate to say this, he's known now. He's known for whatever he's known from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's known now. He's the best. He's literally the best welterweight in the division.
Can we talk about if this is going to be a Riyadh season type joint?
I can't talk about. No, I can't.
You can't. Well, that means yes. Okay, cool. I hope so. I hope so for you, because I can't.
Hey, look, he a world champ. He a world champion. I would love it to be in Riyadh season. I would absolutely. We would absolutely. That's another thing about the Jen Sasaki fight that people not getting either. People were saying, you can go look at all the, he a world champion. Don't nobody know. That's why he got to go here. That's why he got to go there. He's man, why you got to go to the. Listen, that's what creates the story. He wouldn't have just got the knockout that he just got all the way from Japan if he didn't go to Japan. You know what I mean? So you have to bring it to get it. That's what people don't understand. They say it, but they don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and you have to risk it all to get it all. The more you risk, the more you gain. I mean, it's simple.
Okay.
No, it's not hard at all.
Okay. So you're in the very rare position of being a father trainer, but also a professional yourself.
Right.
With, if I'm not mistaken, how many fights you have? 35?
31. Got 31.
31 fights. So, and this is interesting because a lot of the other father trainers in and around your weight division, you might be the only one that actually fought. So, how important do you think it is as a trainer to have actually fucking fought?
In my particular instance, I believe that I've said this also before too. You know how certain chefs like McDonald's with the Big Mac, you come up with a certain recipe that just happens to be a winner. Or, you know, even with music, when you put it together, it's a winner.
Yeah.
With me and my son's dynamics, with me and my son's temperament, with me and my son is me. If you ever listen to him talk, if you ever listen to him talk about me, if you ever listen to him tell you how he's me. He's literally me. Like, and he tell me that too. That's a problem for him too. You know, he said sometimes he don't like to be me. But he is. He me. He me. He's literally me. When it comes to almost the same height, I'm bigger than him naturally because I was a weightlifter first. So but as a whole, he's literally me. So it's perfect training me to get through all the mistakes I made and to, you know, get away from it. You get what I'm saying? And so it's like a continuance of my career. So it's like he's a whole other weapon. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like I tell him, I know what he going through. I know what he been through. I know about the pressure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know about all of it. You feel me? So I can talk him right through it. When it comes to the type of fighter you fight, when it comes to the this and when it comes to the that, we can exchange experiences and everything and so on and so on. But it's a perfect concoction. It's a perfect recipe.
Yeah, it absolutely. And you know, I was thinking about that. I'm like, you know, a lot of these other fathers have never fought, and I was curious, how do you think you have to have fought before to be a successful trainer, or do you think that's not necessary?
No, I don't think it's necessary at all. That's not necessary by example. That's not necessary by history. But I will say is this, being that I am is definitely a plus because I can, you know, how we talk about empathy, talk about it's easy to say and not do. It's easier said than done. Nah, you can't tell me that because I can do it. You can't tell me that because I have done it. You can't tell me that because I get in the ring and do it. I'm just had this conversation the other day. I got in the ring and did something I told him about.
I know. With Greg Hackett.
No, not just that. When we're in the gym training, and he'll be like, and he'll try me like, show me. And guess what? I'm gonna get in the ring and show you. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
Right.
So that's a good thing about it.
Let me ask. Let me wrap it up in a little bit. I don't want to keep you too long. What fighters has your son sparred? What are the biggest names that he sparred? If that's something that comes to mind, you could talk about. Who's he sparred?
Some of the bigger names. Well, I don't know if y'all remember Anthony Peterson. That was Lamont Peterson, little brother. He sparred Deron Ennis. He sparred Tank Davis. He sparred Charles Conwell. He sparred Terrence Crawford.
Okay, hold on. When was that?
All of those was back when he was 20 and below. With Tank 21. So again, he sparred Tank. He sparred Tank when he was 16, and then he sparred him again twice when he was 21. So I'm gonna say 21 and below. He haven't sparred any of those guys since he was 21 years old.
Okay.
I mean, it got. I mean, with the stories that got out about those sparring sessions, you know, certain people didn't want to work. Even Devin Haney. I forgot. You just reminded me about that.
Oh, you sparred him?
Thank you. You just reminded me. We tried to spar Devin Haney. He was still 135 though. But my son was small. My son walked around in the 40s, high 40s. But we tried to spar Devin Haney when we first started, but the stories was out about Tank and I think Crawford already. And Bill said that he didn't want no parts of that. He didn't want to get caught up in all of that. So I forgot all about that. We tried to spar Haney back when my son first went pro, pretty much. Well, not first went pro, but I'm saying about 20, 21 years old.
So when he sparred Bud, was it light work or were they going all out?
They was going all out.
And what can you tell? What can you tell me about that?
I can't tell you nothing, but it was good work. That's it.
You can't tell me nothing. Okay, you keep it. What happens in the gym stays in the gym.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Last thing I want to ask about the thing that everybody's talking about is obviously Boots and how he moved up. What are your thoughts on Boots moving up, and your thoughts on maybe them meeting at 54 sometime soon? Because as we talked about, your son's a big kid; he can't stay too much longer at that weight.
I look at it this way. I don't. It's not even hard to see, but that's because I want to see, and other people don't want to see. I don't understand what we're talking about. Like I say, even right now to this day, as opposed to yesterday, you got a person right here that don't have a fight. We don't have a fight. You got a person that's said verbally, May the 16th, that you want to lock a fight in for November, October, November, December. It's not October, November, December yet. And the week of the fight, and literally a day before for the week of the fight, your promoter announced a possible move. What kind of announcement is a possible move up? And a day before the fight, you come out and say you're moving up. What kind of announcement is that? Just move up. Just make a fight. You ain't got to announce that. Mm-hmm. But hey, man, look, it is what it is. Again, I keep telling people my son moved like that. Do you know how many? Man, you know how bad it'll be. But hey, it is what it is. I don't expect no different, because I done said so many things and seen so many whatevers, and people just don't want to admit to certain things. I'm like, you know what? You clearly just don't want to know. Like, for example, I asked one of his fans, Boots ever knocked somebody out that bad? Yeah, he got some. Who? The little man Clay. Oh, you mean the ones that he hit in the back of the head and they got up and they were still standing when the referee was up? I mean, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that man they got on. I mean, that man, Santillan. He ever knocked somebody out like Santillan? Roman, bro, he did not. He did not beat these people like my son beating these people. He did not. But hey, it's all opinionated, man. They gonna see what they want to see. They're gonna know what they want to know. And I ain't used to talking about it no more. I'm about to, hopefully we can go on and move on past that. I'm done with it. I'm gonna say something to Jerron. I'm gonna say something to him when I do see him, and I'm gonna ask him myself, because his dad ain't answering the phone. His brother won't give him a message for me, so I'm gonna make sure I tell him on face. I'm gonna ask him, you ready to stop ducking? I'm gonna ask him myself.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to that fight. I do think it'll happen. It's just a matter of time. But hey, man, I appreciate you jumping on.
No problem, man.
Yeah, man. We'll talk soon.
Okay, boss.
All right, my man. Peace. All right, guys. I'm gonna step away for 1 second. Before I do, you guys see what I got? I got the brand new grants here for raffle. These are, everybody, these are 25 years old. These came out in 2000. One of the earliest grants ever made. These are for raffle. These are brand new. They're old, but not used. I will step away for 1 second, and let's get it popping. The lines are open. So jump in and let's talk about what Norman just said. All right, we're back up in this bitch. What's up, everybody? Lines are open. You like to call in? The link is pinned. Do so. What's up, C Jisms? What's cracking? C Jisms. Can we hop? Yeah, hop in. I just said it. What up, Rocky? What up, Rocky? What up? Unbiased Brim. What up, my man? What's crack-a-lacking?
Man, you know, another day in paradise hell, man. Just working right now. How you doing, Big Marco?
Good, man. Just wrapped up this interview with my man. I really like Brian Norman Sr. I really
That's
do.
my guy right there. That's my guy. You know, we came up in the same era, man. That's my dude, man. Shout out
Good
to the
dude.
senior.
Good dude. Good father. He's a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? Well spoken. Yeah, no, I like him. I like him a lot. So I love the way his son fights. I mean, and like I said, I wasn't just blowing smoke up anybody's ass. They're like the dynamic duo to me. Like he makes up what his son doesn't have, or not that he doesn't have, that he doesn't care to do, which is talk shit, go crazy. His son just has that stoic,
He about
Sonny
business.
Liston
He
energy.
about business. He ain't really for the small talk.
Right. He has that Sonny Liston energy. Like, how fucking gangster is it when you sleep somebody like a Mother Goose lullaby and you just bow quietly and calmly? Jesus. That was dope to me. That was dope. That was the opposite of all this bullshit. People doing this shit and, nah. That was dope, though.
I'm seeing a Ring magazine post saying that they offered Norman Haney. I don't know how true that is, and this happened like
I don't
recently.
know how long you were watching my interview, but he pretty much confirmed it without officially confirming it because there's probably they're not allowed to talk about it, but he pretty much confirmed it.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
And I believe it's in Riyadh. I believe it's going to be a Riyadh fight.
Well, you know that kind of. I mean, they did help their chances to be there and getting Riyadh with the post fight interview when they said that, hey, listen, we hope Turkey reaches out to us, and we down to go to Riyadh. So I think when they opened the door for the slide and holler at them because they basically said, hey, we all game for it. So if it happens, cool beans. Haney better get his game. Haney going to be on his maximum game to have a chance to beat him. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he can take those shots.
You guys see these dope grants? I keep seeing them behind me. You guys see these dope grants? These are for raffles. Everybody knows. $10 Cash App to this right here, Marco Boxing Cash App, or PayPal, MarcoKO at Gmail. Obviously, just put your name and state grant gloves. Gloves, plural, because I do have a raffle for one singular. These are one of the first ever grant models ever released. These are old as shit. They're like 25 years old. They're unused, but they smell old and shit. Dope piece of vintage merchandise.
Nice.
Anyway, back to it. Rob, what's up, Bob?
Hey, how's it going? Did a good job.
Thanks.
Good job interviewing with him. I would say I saw him talking with Bill Haney earlier. I think Bill Haney is banking on fighting him before he gets a whole lot of experience.
You froze up on us. That Jersey Wi-Fi, no good. South Jersey Wi-Fi, no good. All right, he froze up. Yayin, what up?
Empowering out. Could you hear me? Did I go out?
Nah, you froze up. You're back now, though.
I don't know why. But anyway, I think he wants to fight now rather than later because he knows Norman could be more dangerous later. So I think he'd rather take the fight now. So I really think Haney is going to take the fight.
Man, Norman is what boxing needs. The more I think about it, the more I get to know see him fight. It's really like the antithesis of what we're used to. Not somebody talking mad shit, boxing, staying away, fucking fruit flies. It's the antithesis of it. Now, and it's a father-son duo that I really give credence to because this guy was an experienced pro. You know what I mean? He was an experienced fucking pro. None of these other fighters are fathers. And I'm not shitting on Bill or anybody. I'm not saying you have to be, but that is such a special connection to have. You know what I mean? When you know what your son's going through because you've been through it. It just adds another layer.
It makes a difference. It makes a difference because you can actually kind of prepare him for the pitfalls. You can help him navigate through the forest. So it does make a significant difference. It really does.
Absolutely. And I like the way he talks shit. It's not. He doesn't. And I mean, okay, I don't see him that much talking shit. So maybe, but he doesn't seem like a shock jock. He doesn't seem like he just says shit to say it. in terms of senior Brian Norman Sr. I like the way he talks shit. I like the way he paints the picture of everything, builds the fights up. You know, I love that he's trying to fucking hit up Bozy and doing all this shit. It's great. You know, and he's living.
I'll tell you this much.
He's giving himself. It's like his second career, which is pretty dope. Go ahead, Bob.
I'm not the biggest Haney fan, but I think it's pretty interesting, and I think Haney is gonna try to outbox him. And if you look at Brian Norman's been knocking these guys out, but he hasn't fought a Devin Haney.
No,
He hasn't fought a guy like that.
And
So
Haney's
it'd be an
taller.
interesting fight.
I believe Haney's taller. I don't know how tall Brian is.
I think Haney, it might be they're really close, but I'm gonna tell you this.
5'8". Haney's almost 5'10", man. I've been around Haney. He's almost 5'10". He's like 5'9".
Oh yeah, because Norman's only like 5'8", I think.
5'8". I mean, it's close enough, I guess. 1 inch, 2 inch, whatever.
Regardless of the results, if this fight happens, I gotta give credit to Haney. I gotta give him credit for taking such a fight. You know, if it happens.
It's a belt though. That's Brim talking, right? It's a belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's a fucking belt. So so yeah, I give him credit too, but that's a major belt at 47. He's never been a champ at 47.
Yeah, that's true to me. But the thing is, though, he could easily fight a non-champion at 147. He could easily fight somebody else. He could fight Hitcherson. He could and that's a much safer fight. Much safer fight. So again, I got to give credit where credit is due. If this fight happens and both parties come to agreement, I give both parties credit, but I got to give Haney some credit for taking that fight.
I give credit to both parties
Let me
too.
read the super chat, guys. Hold on a second. Big shout to my man C Jizzles, aka C Jisms, my man. Extra crispy 5-piece with barbecue sauce. Junior just focuses on his craft. Dad does the talking, but better received than the Haneys. Interesting. Better received. Is it better received? Maybe because I feel like, and I love Bill. Fucking gnats. I love Bill, but Bill does do a little bit of like it's like an Ali Don King. Like he lets it be known that he's kind of putting on like half joking, half serious. So maybe some people don't like that. Although Bill is funny to me, but Norman seems to just be like it's all real. He's not trying to put on. He's not trying to entertain. He's just being himself. So maybe that's why some people like it more, as opposed to Bill, who's stirring the pot purposely. Masterfully, by the way, but you know, maybe that's it. What do you think?
Bill Haney got a lot of fake in him. Let's just keep it real.
Bill Haney got a lot of fake in him. Okay.
Yeah, he one side he's from the streets, other side he's a business guy, man. Pick a side, man.
I mean,
You in the streets. I mean,
yeah.
I just don't like that fake stuff, man. Like, oh, I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood. Oh, I'm a businessman.
But Bob, like, and I know you and me are too young to have watched Muhammad Ali live, but we've seen it. Muhammad Ali would do that same shit. It was like he says shit that is ridiculous and to make people laugh sometimes. And I feel like that's the way Bill Haney goes. Like you saw the thing with Hitchens. He's like, "Whoa, don't be stuttering," you know. And he's like, "Get your hands off me." That was very Muhammad Ali-ish to me for entertainment purposes. So I don't think some of the shit he says. I think he wants us to not really take him serious, just to laugh.
But check this out.
No, Marco, you're too naive with that one.
The thing though, Marco, though, you got to take the good and the bad though that comes with it though, because you put yourself out there in that position. You know, same thing applies for my man, the senior. You know, Norman Senior. If he gets some hate and some shade from it, it just comes with the territory. You have to take the good and the bad that comes with it, especially when you're putting yourself out there in that capacity. And I understand some people saying that, oh, I can't stand Bill Haney, but this is the nature of boxing and the business of boxing, selling yourself. And his son don't talk like that, so he's doing it as a representation of his son. So he's doing his job, and I understand it. And I understand people having an issue with it, but just compartmentalize and understand what it's for, though, for the most part.
Right.
To me, the Normans are more real. Like, what's the name? Norman Senior. He be talking, man, but it ain't fake. I mean, a lot of stuff with Bill, man, it's like it's not real to me. It's just not real. It's clown stuff.
Real.
It's fake. So I don't like it. I don't like that fake stuff.
Okay, guys, we got the lines are open. Anybody wants to call in?
And the other fact is, Norman Jr. actually speaks. He talks for himself. He comes out here and he speaks for himself. He's not hiding behind daddy's skirt. You know what I mean?
And who is?
Haney.
Okay. Just want
Haney.
to make sure.
Loud and clear.
Just want to be
Loud and
clear.
clear.
Okay.
Now I wanted to ask him that question personally, but I don't know if you were gonna have us up on here because it's Cat. It's Cat.
Well, he responded to you.
No, but I'm saying the super chat that I sent him just as he got off.
Oh, I didn't see it. My bad. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, it was okay. I tried to hit you because I know if you would have texted him, he would have came back on because Norman Senior is about that. He would have came right back on just to answer it. I know he would have.
Yeah.
You know, but I got nothing but respect for the Normans and the good job that you guys just saw what he explained, what he did to have to raise his son, and the fact that you can see Norman Jr. not only as a warrior but he's a gentleman too. He knows he's well spoken, well demeanored. I got nothing but respect for them in that sense when it comes to them. But yeah, that super chat was it because I know it's Cat. Ain't no TBV gonna announce anything like that. That's gonna belong to the Ring Magazine or Turkey himself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the Ring Magazine already posted and said it was an offer already.
I'm looking here when you said that. I don't see nothing here by Ring Magazine.
Put it in the chat. Put the link in the chat. Whoever.
I'm going through the entire day.
Whoever has it.
The only one who tweeted that, and it's because Ness, his whole has got me blocked because he can't handle the heat. Someone else retweeted his post, and I saw it. That's the only reason why.
Ness blocked you?
Yeah, he can't handle this shit. Bitch ass.
That's the Puerto Rican Dominican beef. It still lives on.
It's not even about that, but
I know.
But anyway, no, Ring Magazine has announced that's going to belong to the top guys. That's why anybody announcing anything from Riyadh season, you got to know there's just a selected few who are entitled to that.
Yeah, I really hope. I really hope it's a Riyadh season fight because that means they both get paid top dollar. I do. I hope it is. I mean, maybe I'll be involved with it because you guys know I've been dabbling a little bit with those guys, but nothing official yet. I'm trying.
Yeah.
No offense to the Normans, but Brian is half a barbarian. He'll walk right through Haney's shots. Yeah, maybe.
That's not an offense, bro. I trust me. I'll take that as a badge of honor.
What's up, Berto? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win the fight because Devin Haney not standing in front of that dude, so we might have to worry about the no running rule.
Yeah, right. Well,
you think
Haney's not standing in front of him?
Do you guys really think Turkey is in tune with the Haneys? We just saw Bill Haney from the outside looking like a homeless dude, hoping to get Turkey's attention at the Canelo press conference. Bro, he's in hot water with Turkey after what they did on May 2nd. They're not in good graces with them. Who you think the Tom and Haney rule came about? That was about his son. And but mainly about his son.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It seemed he pretty much confirmed that fight is next, as much as he could.
He might be in hot water, but Bill Haney's on so many channels, man, that Haney's name is out there, man. He one of the most known guys because of the dad. So
yeah, right,
he's gonna get the fight.
Absolutely, both of them. It's gonna be battle like the dads. You know what I mean?
HLD.
Yeah, it would be, right?
Haney is in there good.
It'll be more entertaining.
Hold on, who's talking?
Yeah, this bug gonna stop Canelo, man.
Go ahead.
To HLD. Haney is good with Turkey, man. He getting fights. He paying for his fights. So you can stop with the cap. Like Haney already getting money with Turkey, bro. So you can just stop with the nod. You hating on Haney, saying this and that about him. You making it personal. Devin speak for himself. Devin the one who get in the ring and fight.
Devin's never spoken for himself.
Man, he do interviews. Listen, that's
what
not
interview?
Listen, he not hiding behind.
That's not smart. He's going to know. When's the last time Haney gave a one-on-one interview?
Look, you guys are it's balanced argument. You're right. He doesn't do many, but he does do them sometimes.
But he does, yeah. He don't gotta. He
For the
don't have
fight
to
that
do
he's
that.
on.
He's there doing it for him. He's his promoter. He's supposed to do that. You making it personal because he's hiding behind his daddy's skirt. You disrespecting Bill and everything. You're not even keeping it boxing. You real personal
You
with it,
don't know my
bro.
relationship with Bill. I do what the fuck I want to say.
Yeah, that's you a fan. Of course you do what you do what you want to
Again,
say, but you wouldn't say that in person.
you don't know what my relationship is with Bill.
What is it?
I do. You don't have a relationship
You have
with
one?
Bill.
don't
He
know
don't
Bill.
know you. You just
Ask Bill if he know me.
bro. Listen.
Well, Brian knows you.
You against every black fighter. You a race fan, bro.
Oh, the race car.
Damn.
You a race fan, bro.
Oh, boy.
I watch you.
Hold on, I gotta stop. Can I
Hey,
interject real quick? Can I
I
Go
interject
ahead.
real quick?
Go
Can I
ahead.
interject?
hold
Go
on.
ahead.
I see you on
Hold on a
in the
second.
ring
Hold on.
with
Who wants to
Christine.
interject?
I see you in the ring with on there in the ring, Christine. Every channel you on, you against black fighters, bro. So that's what
I
Radio,
you
respect
about.
radio,
Roman
Hold on,
radio.
Jr.
hold
the
on,
most
guys. Hold
highest
on a second.
Radio,
respect.
radio.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Was that Brim wants to
I,
talk?
Yeah, that was me.
Go ahead.
I know there's tribalism in boxing. I understand this dynamic, right? But it's a
What's
little
tribalism?
Tribalism
tribal.
means that you it's like a tribe. You put certain fighters that you love in the tribe with you, and that's all you love them and you hate everybody else. That kind of
There's
mentality.
Oh, okay.
tons of tribalism in boxing. Whether it's a Mexican fan loving a Mexican boxer, boxing only black boxing fans only like black boxers, and such and so forth. But for me as an individual who is an African American man, I don't watch boxing just because the person's black. I don't watch boxing because the person's Mexican. I never have liked this type of stuff, and I understand the dynamic, and it's realistic in some capacities, but I think sometimes it's overstated, overshot, and overdone. Two of my favorite fighters, if I was to lay my top 5 fighters, two of them are Mexican, Salvador Sanchez and Little Hands of Stone. Those are two of my 5 all-time most personal favorite fighters. And the problem is, I'm seeing people because you say about one fighter or 2 fighters, you just get automatically grouped with a whole section of people, and that's ridiculous to some degree. Now, if a person has a track record, because there are some people, their tribalism and the way they speak, it comes out and it shows, and that's fine and dandy if you call it out on it. But because you think a fighter is doing something else and you're basing it on the fighter, why are we putting skin pigments on it? I mean, there's a time and place for that. Sometimes I don't think it's applicable.
Listen, that's you.
When you got to explain to somebody what is tribal, that just tells you the level of education and how you see the things out there. That's all I got to say.
One
That,
second,
You know
hey,
what I
guys.
mean?
Ray
Let me
Brim,
get
that's
this. Let me
you.
get this super chat. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me hit him with the thing. Actually, no. Let me hit CJ with his favorite. That's not calling him Tutti Frutti. He just likes that one. CJ with another extra. Now this is an original recipe 5-piece. Haney did a one-on-one ESPN interview after the Ryan fight. Okay.
Hey, Bram, that's you in your
That was
opinion.
a year ago.
That's how you are, but that's not HLD. HLD definitely have a track record, bro, and I know what I'm talking about.
You know what you're talking about. You don't even know what tribal means, man. Go to school, man.
Listen,
Shut
That
up.
what
wasn't
you
him.
mean I don't know what tribal means? I
That
knew
wasn't him who
exactly
said
what he
that.
No,
That was
meant,
my
bro.
bad.
Alberto.
My bad. My bad.
Hey, Marco.
You
What's
know
up?
it's true. You know it's true.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Alberto, what's up?
Hey, why do you think the Haneys are gonna take the fight? Because you know how Turkey said he don't want to see the Tom and Jerry shit no more. So does that mean we're actually gonna get action in Saudi Arabia if they fight?
We know that Tom and Jerry behavior does not happen when Brian Norman fights. So
And
that's why.
Devin fought like that one time. After
And that's a
coming
good
off
point.
being
Okay,
cheated.
let me. That's a very good point. One fight.
After being cheated.
So we can't totally change up. You know, that's a problem in boxing. That it's that whole you're only as good as your last fight or the recency bias. We got to see more.
But Marco,
Yeah,
this is not about recency
everybody.
of bias. This means that this man has got post-traumatic stress disorder, point
Well,
blank
here's the
period,
thing.
and that doesn't go away in one fight like that.
HLD, here's the thing.
That's your opinion.
Here's the thing. Let me finish. You're right. You could be right, but to determine if he has PTSD, he needs to do it at least one more time because
Exactly.
he could have easily. There's a lot of reasons he could have ran that last fight. I need to see more.
That's why
because Ramirez is so
everybody trying
dangerous.
to judge somebody off one fight. Devin never fought like that. He put on his best performance against Regis. Then he got cheated. You don't even acknowledge that he got cheated. You don't even
Bro,
acknowledge
anybody
that.
believes Austrian had anything to do with that ass
Look,
whooping?
and that's what I mean
I'll
by
tell you, go
that's
back
what
to school again.
look, you biased, bro. That's what I mean about you. How you gonna not say
How
Osterway
am I
was
gonna be
half
biased, man? I
Hey,
just gave
yo,
Norman Jr. and
Hold
Senior the utmost respect and compliment. You goofball.
Ryan was trash
Oscar B.
without
Floyd
Osterway.
off of PED, so that don't matter,
All right,
bud.
guys, hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Brim.
I just wanted to say this. HLD, when it comes to the Haney and Ryan situation, you slanted as fuck. You have way more energy for Haney than you had for the person who actually cheated the sport and was disrespectful.
Exactly
That's
what
the
I'm
fact.
saying.
I've watched
Bias.
you over the
The
course of
fact
time.
is, I
Listen,
understand what Osterway is, and it's a
Let
joke.
me
Hold on,
finish.
guys, one at a time. One at a time.
Haney deserves some criticism, no doubt about it. I don't even sit here and pretend, But my energy for Haney is not going to be the same energy that I have for the person who, one, top dirty, two, disrespected the process, disrespected all the agencies that was involved in it, blamed every single one but himself, passed the buck on all different array and different elements. But Haney gets more vitriol than Ryan. I'm just sorry, bro. The slant is
Thank
real,
you.
and I see that from you, and it's okay. That's you decide to do that. That's on you. But for me personally, because I can't speak for no one else, I don't give a if Brian fights again. Fuck him.
And he was
Devin is on the
trash
fence
without
with me.
Osterway.
I'm Devin's on the fence with me because I don't want to spend money to watch Devin fight because I'm not here to watch a doty though. I'm here to watch a fight. So I need more from Devin. I don't give a shit what Ryan does. If he does well, congratulations to him. But I don't necessarily care.
I don't hold you back on that. You have every right for that right there with Ryan. I have nothing to back Ryan on that. So
Ryan
hey,
got beat up by Rolly without Osterway. Come on, man. Dude ain't on nothing out
But
here.
Marco,
What's up?
well, can we, with great certainty, say that Ryan was on PEDs? Because how did Dev's little brother know that he was gonna pop
Well,
like 3 days before?
that's not a question because
look,
the test came back positive, so he absolutely was. The question is, did it affect his performance? I don't know,
listen,
but he was
Devin
on
little
him.
brother, Marco gone.
That little brother knew about it don't mean shit when you talk dirty,
Devin little
bro.
brother said that he thought Ryan was gonna pop for cocaine or
no, he
recreational
didn't.
drugs.
That
Now, yes,
don't
he
make that
did
shit
say
up
it.
now.
He
said
said that.
I'm the one who gave
Yeah,
Ryan
bro,
that
because
recording
Ryan
when
was
that shit
drinking and
happened.
smoking at
How
the
you
time.
gonna?
Is that a surprise for somebody to
That's
make such a
what.
statement when
Listen,
Ryan was acting the way he was acting pre-fight?
that's what he said. So you can't make it something else. He didn't know it was gonna be pets. Come on, man. And then we watched Ryan cheat. What you trying to say? He didn't cheat. He did cheat. He was
Hey,
obviously a different person during the whole build up.
Marco knows somebody else who actually said on the following Sunday that he knew
Listen,
that Ryan was gonna pop
whatever the
with
case is,
PEDs.
Ryan
Yeah,
popped
you
for
know the guy,
Ryan popped.
that guy Drew Titan.
Listen, bro,
Oh, did he
Ryan
say
popped
that?
for
He
PEDs.
said
He
Not a
didn't
that
take
fan,
them.
not a fan, not a
One at a
fan.
time.
All right,
One at a
guys,
time, fellas.
hold on a second.
One at
We
a
got a lot of
time.
people
Let me
in here.
talk to Marco.
Guys,
He said,
1 second. We got a lot of people in here. I want
What
to
does that
keep you
have to
all
do
in,
with
but we
Ryan
have to
popping?
talk one at a time, okay? So, who wants to talk now?
well, I mean, you were asking me about your
Go
guy
ahead.
Drew Titan, your buddy.
Go ahead.
He said on the following day on Sunday, he was from Barbados, getting calls that Ryan was gonna pop for PEDs.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So
you
That's a
saying?
he
fact.
So
was the
you
very
saying?
first person who said that.
So look.
All
So
right.
you saying that they tainted Ryan's sample? He wasn't. He
It's the
didn't.
perfect drug to tank somebody with.
Let him finish.
Come on, man.
It
Come on,
don't
Guys,
bro.
one at a
do
time.
nothing for you, and it's on the ban list because it really does shit for anybody. Ain't nobody buying no damn Osterine for performance enhancing.
Listen. It enhanced his performance. We
It
watched it.
don't do shit.
We
Yes, it
watched him
does.
do it.
Does more.
Do you know
Look,
what Oscar does? It allows you to lose weight
I
easily
don't,
and
man. I don't.
maintain
You
your
don't. I
muscle
don't want to hear
mass.
you
Come on,
give
bro.
your
Stop the
The
opinion
bull
reason
on
why
crap.
they
Stop
dropped
the
Osterway.
out of
bull crap
clinical trials
now.
because of the lack of efficacy. Do you guys
Listen,
understand that
y'all
there's a
got
lot of
every
other drugs to be
excuse.
taking that
Y'all
have
got
less
every
efficacy
excuse for.
I got a
standards?
question. I got a
Go
question.
Y'all
ahead,
got every
Alberto.
excuse for
Welcome to
Everybody,
what
Ryan
pleasant.
popping dirty.
everybody, let him talk. Let him
Radio.
talk, please. Go ahead, Alberto.
So did Devin lose to Ryan because of the nanogram of Osterine, or did he
Look,
lose because he had a
look.
fucked up
You
game
said
plan?
nanogram.
Well, hold on.
They never specified the amount. You listen,
Absolutely.
hold on, let me finish.
Absolutely.
You either positive or negative. They never say the amount.
You're
Ryan's
goofball,
lawyer.
Yes,
man.
they
Hold
did.
on, let me finish, bro.
It
Let me
was
finish.
6 billions
Can I
of a
finish
Let
what
him
I'm
gram.
finish.
saying? Can I
Let
finish
him
what I'm
finish.
saying?
Let him
Ryan's
finish.
lawyer is the only one who ever specified the amount. He made that up. They never tell you the amount. Y'all got every excuse for Ryan popping dirty. Oh, he didn't do it. It was a nanogram.
And
oh,
that's actually
you said they tainted the sample. So how was it a nanogram?
Those of you who know me from TBV, when I had a falling out with Ness, it was over this. The only other person who talked about it being talked about how much it also they said, oh, it was 6 times over.
Yeah.
That was Victor Conti who said that, who has had no access to the actual test. No access. That was him saying that, and that's what an article ESPN ran with. So absolutely right. I believe that was Bud Gonna Stop Canelo, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how much was in there.
He didn't answer my question though, Marco.
Stop it! Like he don't have connection called bot and they're gonna tell him everything where the DCOs are and all that. Let's stop that.
Listen,
let's stop pretending that he is not in the inside and all that.
Y'all said the amount. Y'all hold on. Y'all said the amount he took.
Let me ask you.
Hold
on. Let him talk.
Let me ask you this. Y'all said the amount that he took was a little bit this and that and the other. Then at the same time, y'all saying that they tainted the sample so he didn't really test positive. How can it be both? You a hypocrite, bro. How can it be both?
Let me ask anybody. Does anybody know what the New York State Athletic Commission actually suspended Ryan Garcia for?
Listen, bro. He tested positive, period. No matter what you say.
No. You see, why haven't you? The consent form is public. I don't know why you guys do not have it, since you guys got channels, TBV, and everybody else. He was suspended because he did not declare the 2 supplements that he used for rehydration on the form. That was the only reason why he was suspended. It was not because of no VADA testing, because VADA testing is not used for adjudication and State Commission of New York. That's why.
You got Ryan said
I have to send it to you so you guys can read.
Ryan said he don't even take supplements.
No, I mean, look, you know what, guys?
Come on, man.
Why are we even on this? This shit is old news.
They defended Ryan because he cheated. Y'all want Haney to lose so bad. I picked Ryan to win the fight. Y'all probably didn't even pick Ryan to win the fight. Everybody was saying Devin. Nigga, I actually picked Ryan to win, but he cheated, so it don't count. It don't count.
I won a lot of money.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Bob.
Evander Holyfield, his body looked like that naturally, or he used something? Come on, we all know. We all know.
He was never.
Manny Pacquiao ain't used anything. Stop it with all this crying about Ryan. There's been fighters over the years that use drugs, whatever. Devin Haney lost the fight. He lost the fight. What are we crying about?
It's a no contest. He didn't lose. Manny
Pacquiao lost the fight.
I got a question.
Pacquiao never popped
so Holyfield's clean? Is Holyfield clean?
Holyfield never popped dirty.
Stop it, man. We all know he was using. How do you look at his body?
You can't.
You know he was using stuff. We all know it.
Look, you can't.
We all know it.
On somebody that never tested positive. You can't say that they.
I don't care about testing positive. We know Holyfield. The rumors out. We know Pacquiao cheated. We know it.
We don't know.
But y'all, you ain't crying about Pacquiao.
We don't know that he never.
We know he cheated. That's why Ryan Floyd want to fight him, bro. I'm not. Ryan Floyd want to fight him. Ryan Floyd want to fight him.
You blaming Pacquiao for cheating, but you know I hold Ryan accountable who actually tested positive.
I don't care if Pacquiao cheated. I don't care if Holyfield cheated. It's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Pacquiao who never passed.
It's part of the game.
Look, how are you blaming Pacquiao who never popped dirty, but you're not holding Ryan?
We know. Stop. We ain't blind.
Tested positive.
Pacquiao was 100. How many? He started at 100. What? 15 pounds.
I don't care.
And he went up to 147. Oh yeah, that was natural. Sure. Come on, man. We all know.
One at a time.
Part of the game.
One at a time.
It's part of the game. You get away with it.
I got a question.
You got away with it. You didn't. You didn't.
You sound
so
crazy.
Don't cry about. Ryan was cheating. A bunch of dudes been cheating over the years.
I don't care about
over the years. It's part of the game.
Listen.
Don't cry about it now.
You saying it's okay for Ryan to have cheated? Come on, I don't even want to talk to you.
That's part of the game.
I got a question.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Alberto, go ahead.
Yeah. I got a question for Bud Gonna Stop Canelo. What percent do you put on the Ostarine and the game plan on why Haney lost that night?
That's a good question.
Listen, I put a
no. Give me a percent,
Ryan,
bro.
I put a lot of it on Ostarine because Ryan, his left hook, he was more aggressive than he ever fought.
What, we talking 40?
His left hook had more speed and more power to it. So you can't say how much Ostarine enhanced his performance. It enhanced his performance. So you don't know if Devin got up every time he knocked him down. So you don't know if without Ostarine, if that hook would have even knocked him down. He probably could have took it. He hit Ryan, and Ryan backed up and hit his gloves together. When he rocked Ryan, he knocked him back, but he hit his gloves together. But when Rolly hit him, he fell. He was on Osterine, bro. He cheated. That's the only thing that matters. It's a no contest. So you can say the game plan or anything, but we don't know because he actually tested positive. So you can't give him credit for that fight, period.
Nah, I mean, look, you have some points, and then there's people who look at the other side of it, which is his next fight where he was clean because there was so much scrutiny on him. He looked awful. So that does make the argument look bad that he wasn't.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're on bipolar medication.
That too. Look, there's so many reasons. It's not all or nothing. That's the problem. I think there's a lot of there's not enough balance in the
when you're drugged up on Xanax and shit like that. Come on, you can't be no damn warrior in the fucking ring.
Who knows?
Man, he wasn't on no Xanax. Y'all come on with the excuses, bro. Y'all making up anything to protect this dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard that either, but
y'all making up anything to protect him. That's crazy. Then everybody was so Ryan. Then he got dropped and beat by Rolly. Now it's just, oh, they don't care about Ryan no more.
And there's a lot of background noise, Marco. Somebody's
got like a, I don't know.
That's Superman, I think. Yeah, he just muted himself.
Y'all argument is dumb and boy.
Yeah, we're gonna move on from this topic because we all saw that he got his ass whooped. It doesn't matter. Move on.
Look, see, that's fake, bro. No, listen.
Ryan's a bum, and your boy lost to him. Ryan's a bum. He can't really fight, and your boy lost to him. Stop crying.
Why Ryan don't want to rematch?
He lost to a bum. Ryan ain't even good. He's not even a good fighter. Your boy lost to him, and y'all still crying about Osprey. Ryan Garcia is not a good fighter.
Ryan Garcia.
I bet you was on something when Tank knocked him out. I bet you was using something when Tank knocked him out, but Tank didn't have no problem with it.
Ryan Garcia don't want the rematch. Ryan Garcia don't want the rematch.
So savage.
Yeah, it's because Marco dude thinks that we're like Ryan Garcia fans, but we're not even Ryan Garcia fans.
You're not Garcia. Part. You're not Garcia fans. You're Haney haters. That's what you are. You Haney haters.
And you're Haney dick riders. So what's the difference?
No, I'm not even a Devin fan like that, but I keep it real on boxing. Y'all fake as hell.
It's because you want to make Haney the next Mayweather when he ain't. That's the problem.
I didn't even say he was the next Mayweather, but y'all acting like his one fight is the way he fight. He never fought like that before.
Let me ask you this.
He fought like that because he got cheated, bro.
Bud, let me ask you this. Bud beats Canelo. Who wins if Haney fights Brian Norman Jr., in your opinion?
I think if it depends what Haney show up. Right now, from the Ramirez fight, I got Brian Norman Jr. But if Haney that fought Regis, the normal Haney show up, it's a 50-50 fight, bro.
All right, so let me say this about Bud. That answer proves to me that he's not a total bias. Like, he was being real with it. If he was a biased, blinded fan, he would have been Haney 100%. So I
like I said, I picked Ryan to beat Haney, but he cheated, so it don't count. I'm not gonna give him credit for that. And these dudes didn't even pick Ryan.
I went out for a minute, Marvin. What'd you just say?
Y'all picked Devin to win that fight. Y'all some cowards, bro. Y'all fake fans.
We picked Devin to pick. I thought we were Devin Haney haters, but then we picked Ryan.
But look, you can hate, but Devin was doing what he was doing in boxing, bro. He did a lot. I know that y'all picked him to win that fight.
How are we Devin Haney haters, but then we picked Devin to win?
After Ryan cheated, cheated, y'all jumped on a bandwagon. Oh, Ryan this, Ryan that. Come on, man. Y'all fake. Y'all
bro, you got some mental problems, bro. You need some Xanax too, bro.
I don't take drugs. I don't take drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink liquor.
Some drugs might be good for you, man. Some drugs might be good for you.
I don't do none of that, bro. I'm sober. Period.
Yo, I got something to say.
Y'all jumped on a bandwagon after Ryan.
Hold on a second.
Y'all
Hold on a second, guys. Hold on.
I have something to say.
Go ahead, Superman.
There's a lot of credit put on Ryan with the Ostarine and all of this stuff. Ryan looked horrible. Stop saying that was his best performance. Ryan looked horrible. If that's the case, what did the Ostarine do? Ryan looked horrible. Ryan did not look good against Haney.
Okay.
Ryan looked horrible against Haney. The thing was, Haney didn't look that good, and the truth was still a close fight. It was still a close fight. So why people keep talking so much Osterman this and Osterman that? He did pop. So we're gonna talk about that. He did pop, but it wasn't his greatest fight. What Ryan really needs to do is stop playing around and get in the gym, and that's it. But all of this and that, Devin was in there doing what he was doing, but all of this other stuff don't make sense because he could have still won that fight. Would everybody be still saying all of this, making all of these complaints and stuff, or making all of these excuses? Devin was in there.
And that's
What about?
true. That's true because Ryan lost 6 rounds of that fight at least.
That's
He
how you
lost
know
rounds 2 to all through 6. He lost.
He
That's
lost,
how you know
but
he
because he had the
cheated.
knockdowns, the scorecards weren't close.
Exactly. Listen, that because he can't box Devin, bro. He only did that because he was on Oscar and he got those knockdowns to help him win the fight. That's why he don't want the rematch. He doing everything to avoid the rematch. He don't want to smoke on or even play.
Yeah, I gotta get me some of that super left hook Ostarine, bro. That super left hook extra strength.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
So let me look. I kind of been quiet for a while. What up, Marco? Great interview, man.
What's
First of
up,
all, what's up,
Blue?
everybody on the panel? You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody in the chat?
What up, Blue?
Marco, great job. It's good seeing you. With Shaq and them, man.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what's
you
up.
guys didn't know. I wrote some of his questions. So
Marco was in the mix up there, man.
Because I was wondering. Check this out. I was wondering. I was like, he's a casual, so he ain't gonna be able to ask those questions.
That's why he hit me up because he was like, "Yo,
yeah, that's what's up, my guy. I appreciate that.
Marco's too blamed for setting up Crawford. Marco's too blamed for setting up Crawford so that Canelo could cook him.
What?
Hey, Marco, you got to shake Tom Brady's hand.
Let Blue hustle. Let Blue finish talking. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like I was gonna say, man. I'm gonna bring up the topic what we're talking about right now, which I feel like we really shouldn't be talking about. It's like past tense, but it is what it is.
We can get off on it after you say what you gotta say. It's cool.
So, this is what I'm gonna say about this. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not against Devin Haney, but when he fought Ramirez, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of felt like his dad said that he basically played it safe. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. If he gets in the ring with Norman, it's over with, bro. Because he's gonna be truly playing it safe. You see what I'm saying? Because Norman's the hardest puncher in welterweight right now.
Yeah.
Not in welterweight. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a pretty big jump.
Go back and say this. I think that it was Devin Haney's fault, man, because he didn't put his hand up. You see what I'm saying? He went in there with the attitude of I want to knock Ryan out. That's what their game plan was. They fed into the bullshit of what Ryan and them had, and that's why we went out like that. Because if Ryan if he would have went in there and boxed him like he should have been, he would have won that fight no matter what, bro. Everybody knows that because the only rounds that he lost was the rounds he got knocked down in. You see what I'm saying? And I don't even fuck with Haney like that. But I'm a real boxing fan, so I respect it. So he should have won that fight, man. It was just the game plan was fucked up. That's just my personal opinion. You see what I'm saying?
All right. Good. Good shit.
But yeah. The Austrian and another thing too, man. Man, that Austrian is like what somebody said earlier for losing weight. All this, even the bodybuilders. There were bodybuilders when it first was when this topic was really hot. Bodybuilders was coming on there saying, "Man, that ain't have nothing to do with his performance, man, because of Austrian." So, if they're gonna say that, I think they would know a little bit more.
Listen, it's banned for a reason. It's banned for a reason.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That is true. It is. But they got a lot of shit that's banned. I mean, come on, they got a lot of shit that's
so you can't use nothing that's banned, bro. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but then understand that they don't do shit for you though.
I think Haney wanted the knockout because he's like trying to like one up Tank. Like he tries to dress up like Tank. Once he sees Tank post a pic on Twitter, he tries to copy the same outfit. So I think he wanted to knock him out to be like Tank.
Y'all biased fans, bro.
He's not dressing up like Tank.
Yes, he is, Marco. He be copying Tank all the time.
Y'all with these narratives.
Anything Haney wants to be like is Mayweather, bro. So when you say Tank, that's like
that's how you gonna say a man posting a picture trying to be like somebody else. Everybody young, they do what they do on their social media profile.
Yeah, I did see Haney slouching, trying to make himself look shorter. I don't know.
Canelo, Canelo the one faking trying to make himself look taller with stacked shoes on, stacked high heels.
I told you when I was with him in person, there
Man, they
was a
call
significant
platforms, bro. He
difference.
had platform shoes on, bro.
When I was with him
Right,
in
for
person,
sure.
there was a significant difference. He wasn't wearing platforms. It was like he was like 2 inches shorter and smaller. What's up?
So those shoes weren't platforms. Those shoes weren't like.
No, when I was with him in person, in terms of the weigh-in, I don't know. They look like they had thicker soles.
He
Yeah,
was
that's what
wearing
I'm
some
saying.
type of
He had
boots.
platform shoes. I'm
He was
talking
wearing
about
some
the
type
face
of
off.
boots.
I'm
It's
talking
like
about the
the
face off.
Timbs and shit like that. You know, they give you a couple inches when you wear like Timbs and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's when he was wearing some boots.
He wore those weren't no Timbs. Those was stacked.
No, but I'm saying they're boots. They were boots.
This the third time Canelo did that.
So what?
Because he know he's short. He trying to make himself look big. And that's meant.
And Haney be painting his nails and puts a purse on. What the fuck?
What?
Hey,
what you say?
Oh my god.
What you say, bro?
He said Haney paints his nails and puts purses on.
You mean that's Tank? But Crawford don't do that.
Haney paints his nails too, bud.
Listen,
check the books.
Look, we talking about Crawford and Canelo. Crawford don't do none of that. He don't do none of that, bro. He don't do none of that. We not
No, hold on. Time out. You just said that. You just said that Haney wears. Man, I didn't know that nigga. Anyways, I don't care if he does or doesn't. But it is what it is. But I didn't know he did that too. Man, I ain't seen no pictures with Haney with no fingernail polish, none of that.
We gotta send it to you then, man. Where you at?
Yeah, I don't got a wrench. I would drop it in the chat.
Crawford don't do none of that though,
bro. Marco, can he send it to you? And you could just drop it in the chat or something?
Marco, send me your number.
So, wait, what are we doing? What are we dropping in the chat?
No, just up. You can't. Oh, man, no. I see what you're saying. You got it. I see what you're doing. Oh, you don't have like proof of it from a link or nothing, huh? So it's just.
What are we trying to send in the chat?
A picture of Devin with his nails painted. Y'all still talking about Devin. I'm talking about Bud and Canelo. But yeah, that was a good.
Listen, y'all been on topic for a while, so
that was a good Brian Norman. That was a good Brian Norman Sr. interview, Marco. And I definitely think Boots ducked that smoke from Brian Norman Jr.
I mean, I don't know. Like, if he did, it's not because he's scared. You know what I mean? Like that narrative, I hate that narrative. These guys aren't scared of each other.
We don't know we don't know the reason, but I know. Look, they agreed to fight next. They said they wanted to fight in September, October, November. So how all of a sudden now you can't make weight when you wanted to fight later this year at 147? Or 3 days before his fight, all of a sudden you moving up.
Who knows? Who knows? But don't worry, they will meet each other at 154 sometime soon. Next few years.
Why can't Haney make 140? He just made 140 not too long ago. I don't get it.
Why are you talking about Haney?
I want to say this real quick. So So Marco, this is for you.
Go ahead.
I want to ask you a question, brother. So do you think that the Haneys are just basically pulling a stunt? They pump faking when it comes to saying that they really want to fight Norman Jr.?
I think Bill is throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks because that's what a smart businessman does.
Bill was talking to Norman Sr. on the Boxing Boys. He obviously wants to fight. Y'all can't say Devin ducked smoke. But however you say he fight, he don't duck no smoke, bro. He always try to fight.
Let me say.
You can't say that about Haney, bro.
I don't agree with you, but I don't agree with you. But I'm not going to go back and forth about that. But what I will say this, I want to stay on topic, and the reason why I'm saying this is because the simple fact is, first of all, Devin Haney has not fought at 147 yet. He keeps doing catch weights. You see what I'm saying?
He don't keep doing catch weight. He did one catch weight, bro. How does that keep doing catch weight?
He asked somebody else to fight, and he wanted to do a catch weight, right or wrong?
No, he wanted to do it at one. He said we can fight at 147, and Richard Hitcherson said he'll beat Devin on any day at any weight. But now he talking about coming to 140. So he the one switching up. Devin said he going to 147, and that's where he want to fight at 147. He wanted to fight Ryan at 147.
Hitchens is the champion. Who's calling out who?
Hitchens called him out. He want to fight Devin. Devin didn't call him out.
But the reason why he called him, hold on. So first of all, the reason why Hitchens even called him out because he just moved up from 140. So that's the reason why he's calling him out, because he's saying, I got the belt, come fight me. Y'all going
Hitchens
back and
said,
forth.
I'll beat you on any day at any weight. He called
No,
Devin out,
but
so you go to where Devin is.
Who are the welterweight champions right now? Norman, Hitchens,
Barrios and
Norman and
Rolly.
Barrios. That's
Rolly.
it. That's it.
Rolly. Jesus
Rolly.
Christ.
Wait,
No,
Marco, I
Rolly
got a
not
question
the,
though.
Rolly not the full
Go ahead,
champion.
Alberto. Go ahead.
Rolly not the full
Radio.
champion.
Go ahead, Alberto. Go ahead.
Don't the Haney's want to fight Hitchens at like a catchweight? Didn't Bill say they
No,
want to do it at
no,
144?
he said 147. He said we can fight at 147. We can get it in at 147. That's exactly what
There's
Devin
a lot
said.
of matchups that are potentially over the horizon, but who knows what's going to actually eventuate.
He wanted to fight Tio
Bill
at
met up with
147.
Hitchens at the Canelo press conference. Hitchens told him, why aren't we doing this at 140? It comes down to me. I'm the champion.
Devin not fighting at 140. Y'all,
Then he needs to stop calling him out.
Devin didn't call him out. He called Devin out. What you talking
No, his
about?
daddy got to stop
No, they
calling
have
him
a-
out.
No,
They have a
Hitchens
hit
called
list, bro.
Devin out.
They
His
gotta-
daddy
so hold
just
on.
pressing him for the fight. He said you called him out. Go up there and fight him. And that's what he's supposed to do. Hitchens called Devin out. Devin didn't call him out.
Bro, his daddy went to when he was training. What the fuck you talking about?
His dad is responding to
I'm
what
scouting.
Hitchens said.
I'm scouting.
Bill
Remember?
is responding to what Hitchens said. Hitchens called Devin out, so Bill is pressing him about it. What you talking about, bro?
Also,
Y'all in a delusional world. Y'all
also,
just not
last
in
time I checked,
reality.
didn't Hitchens say something about him moving up too?
Go ahead.
Didn't Hitchens say something about him moving up as well?
Hitchens missed weight, and he had to weigh in 3
And
times to
Hitchens
make the
said
weight.
something about him moving up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hitchens isn't vacating anytime soon either. He's going to unify before he vacates.
Why Hitchens talking? Why ain't he unified with Tio like he said? They got the same manager.
Because they have the same manager, and the manager decided why make only one pot of money when I can make two.
They got the same manager. That's
The fight has to marinate, bud.
That's what?
The fight has to marinate.
You don't have to come on with all that crap, bro. They got in the ring and said they fight next.
Didn't Tio turn that fight down with Hitchison?
It was the other way around. They decided that it was best for them to have individual fights to make more money.
Man, get out of here with that, bro. They can unify. They got the same manager. They both said we
Yeah,
fight
but they
next.
managers and camps obviously said otherwise, though. So
But,
I mean,
so they capping in the ring. He's a capper. That's why he capping like he
it
want to
ain't
fight
he.
Devin,
It's them
but he
together.
don't.
It ain't like this is a one-way scenario. They got the same manager. Their teams made this decision,
Man,
and
you
with
don't
the manager,
wanna
bro.
hear
It's
that,
not a
bro.
one-person decision in regards
They
to that.
knew they had the same manager when they was in the ring hugging, talking about we fight next. They knew they had the same manager.
They
So
both
don't give
was
me
on
that.
cap season. That means both of them was on cap season.
Y'all talking about Keyshawn and Shakur not fighting. They're in the same weight class. Why can't they unify next when they say they're gonna fight next? What's wrong
We
with
don't
that?
know. We don't
Because
know
they got
who
the
they're
same
gonna fight
manager.
next.
Get out of here with that, bro.
We
I
don't know
can't
who
be
they're
mad
gonna
at what
fight
you just
next.
said there. I can't be
Y'all-
mad at what you just said.
Y'all
I can't
making
be mad at that.
excuses for these
Well,
dudes,
hold
bro.
on.
Bro, are you
We
getting billed by?
all-
Are you getting
hey,
paid by
hey,
Bill
we
or
off
what?
topic, man. Big time. We all over the damn place.
You talking
God
about a
damn.
fight marinating? Come on with that, bro. Ain't none of
I just
that.
want, you know why I came back though, guys? Because something y'all said that just really perturbed me. And I don't want to get off topic as we didn't get off of that topic, but the fact that y'all say Ostarine don't do nothing when it clearly states that it enhances performance, it allows you to be able to lose weight easily and maintain your muscle mass. And y'all say don't do nothing. It's the most ridiculous shit on
Hey, let him finish.
No. We
let
already
him finish, bro.
We
Let him finish.
already moved on from that. But the theory is if it was accidental, he might have had only a trace amount in him, and then that wouldn't have done anything.
It
But
wasn't.
usually you have trace amounts is because you messed up your cycle too.
No,
So
I'm saying if
ways.
it was accidental, let's say it really was tainted, and there's only a little bit in there. That's the theory. I'm not saying I agree with it or disagree, but that's the theory. Then it wouldn't have done anything.
Marco, they had Max Bodybuilder say that Ostarine wouldn't affect the power.
Nobody
of
cared what a
Ryan.
bodybuilder said, bro. The fact is he tested positive for a performance
And them same
enhancing
bodybuilders
drug.
are probably using that shit as well, them damn stuff. So that's why I don't want to hear that motherfucking thing they said.
Endocrinologist guy from More Plates, More Dates had a 2-hour damn thing explaining how bullshit Ostarine is. Now, if you want to argue with a guy who was an endocrinologist who is known about this shit, then go argue with him.
It's
But it
illegal
don't
for
do
a
shit.
reason. It's illegal
It don't
for a
do shit
reason.
to a man.
It's a performance enhancing drug. It's a
If it
performance
didn't do
enhancing
nothing, people
drug.
wouldn't get suspended for it.
It's not allowed in
Yeah, there was
boxing.
marijuana
Well,
on there.
there's a
Don't
lot
do
of
shit
things you
for
can't
performance
do. You
enhancing,
get
but
suspended
you
for,
still get
man.
suspended.
What the hell?
It's
Nice.
cool, man. Y'all
Anyways,
just
okay, so
y'all
check
Okay,
this
want
out.
how was
Look,
excuses no
Jaime
matter what.
Munguia? How was Jaime Munguia on Peds and he still looked like shit against Srirachi? If
He's
Oscar
trash
if
because
Peds
he's
helped that much.
trash. He's
That's my
trash.
point.
He cheated though. He's dirty.
That's
He
a good
tested
point.
positive.
So then
So it
why
don't matter
didn't if
how
he
he
had
looks.
this
Yeah, but
if he had the
PEDs don't
Peds,
necessarily
The
make you better.
problem
It
is,
just
guys,
allows.
the problem
Ryan
is none
had
of
the
us,
game plan
none of
and
us
the
know
left
enough about
hook.
any of this
Listen,
shit.
he tested positive. Jaime Munguia is dirty. Ryan is dirty. Period. It ain't nothing you can't
The
defend that.
problem
Y'all
is,
literally defending a cheater.
but that's
guys,
not what
the
they.
problem
I
But
never
is,
bro,
seen that
the
ever in
problem
boxing,
is
bro.
that none of us know enough about it. None of us have used it enough. Like, we just don't know. And that's what I've relinquished my whole opinion. Like, I don't know.
And
I
then
know
look,
enough not to
Marco.
ever
But
use it.
what we do know is it's illegal in boxing.
That's a
And
fact.
I
And you
know
can't,
enough
that's
not to
why,
ever
so
want to
that's
use it.
why it has to be a no contest, which it is. That's the only thing we know.
exactly. So y'all want to give him
It was
credit.
a no
You can't give
contest
him
because
credit.
of the two supplements they didn't declare. That's why
Yeah,
it turned into a no
man,
contest.
I've never
listen.
seen that before, HLD, but if you could put a link,
I can send you the commission, New York
do
State
it.
commission
Please.
consent form.
Hey,
DM,
send the work in. Send the work.
DM me on hold on, guys, real quick.
You're on Twitter, right?
Yeah, nah, do Instagram, Marco Boxing. I'm on Twitter too, but I don't check that much. Instagram is
Okay.
my bread and butter.
All right.
Real quick, my man Shane. Let me hit Shane with the customary. Shane, appreciate you. Help Marco reach the super chat goal. You're the man. Let me go to my man CJ. This convo gonna last as long as Sugar Ray Hagler. That's funny. Well, actually, it's not,
we can
because
get off this convo.
hold on a second. I gotta wrap this up, people, because it is almost 1:30 a.m. in New York. So I'm about to bounce. This was fun, though. We will reconvene tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. I appreciate all you guys for jumping in.
Thank you, Marco.
Yeah,
Thanks
hey,
for the
great
live
show,
chat,
Marco.
Marco.
Marco, I wanted to
Everybody,
ask you,
bro.
when was that interview
Great
actually
show,
filmed?
my
When was
guy.
that filmed with Shaq and them?